I wanted to be a writer and I wanted to be a motorcycle rider. And I don't really know why, but there it was. So when I lived in New York, I had my first boyfriend with a bike. We used to ride everywhere together. And finally, after like 2 months of being on the back, I said, that's it. I gotta get behind the bars. I'm getting my own bike. So I took the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, got my license, and I got a 10-year-old Honda Nighthawk 250, bright red, that I loved to pieces. I lived with that bike, and that was my sole form of transportation, aside from like the subway. And motorcycles really became a pretty much defining feature of my life. So right next door in Stamford, Connecticut, a couple of motorcycle magazines needed basically an assistant editor. I had a real passion and enthusiasm, and I really wanted to be a part of it. So I came on board at Road Bike and American Iron magazines, and a year later, I was promoted to editor of Road Bike. And I found myself traveling all over the country, going to all these events, riding all kinds of bikes, and meeting the most amazing people I've ever known in my life, people that have shaped me to this day. So after about 3 years of being editor at this magazine, I was pitched by the Motorcycle Industry Council to move out to California and help them work with the industry to better serve women and young people as motorcyclists, as consumers. So I said yes, and the Motorcycle Industry Council moved me and my bike out to California. I really lucked out. I didn't know that much about Long Beach, but I found a super cool place to live. And as it turned out, it was kind of a lot like the East Coast. Very like neighborhood oriented, very low key, down to earth. I could walk a lot of places. You know, I'm right by the beach. And I fell in love with it and I didn't want to leave. So while I was at MIC, I did a lot of research on selling to women and young people. And you know, after doing all this research and giving all these presentations to these different companies, I remember thinking, I could just open up a store and show these guys how to do this. So to his credit, my boyfriend, he said, you know, you could open up that store tomorrow if you did a consignment. All you have to do is pay rent. You could get all the gear for free. And I was like, oh, you're right. I found the space, got approved for the lease, quit my job, and decided to open Yellow Devil Gear Exchange. Just like that. I've got gear for every kind of rider, like street to dirt, modern to vintage, you know, gear with great stories. I've got some that came in with the tags on it because people bought it online, didn't fit, so it's pretty amazing what has been walking in the door. I get, probably one of the best things about having this store is the bikes that show up here. I have seen like amazing vintage bikes. I've seen super cool tricked out sport bikes. I mean, people show up on absolutely everything. And what's really cool is that everyone talks to each other. This is a place where like anybody can come and talk bikes and enjoy it. And it's really fun because people do. Some months ago, I realized I just came full circle. Like I started my motorcycle life on Broadway in New York, and here I am on Broadway in Long Beach with my motorcycle store. It's been fun. It's really reignited, I think, the joy and the reason for why I'm in this industry, which is I love bikes. And I love the motorcycle community.